Welcome back students to Smashub web development course. In this tutorial, we will know about various CSS selectors that are used in HTML for styling. CSS selectors are used to find or select the HTML elements you want to style. We can divide CSS selectors into 5 categories: simple selectors, combinator selectors, pseudo-class selectors, pseudo-element selectors, and attribute selectors. The first category is simple selectors. In this, the elements are selected on the basis of name, ID, and classes. CSS element selector. The element selector selects the HTML elements based on the element name. For example, in this code, the selector is the paragraph tag. The whole content inside the paragraph tag will be center aligned and lime in color. Now let us run the code. We see the output is just as we thought of it to be. Next is the CSS ID selector. The ID selector uses the ID attribute of an HTML element to select a specific element. To select the ID of element, we write hash character followed by the name of the ID element. Like in the styling would only be implemented on the first para tag but not on the second. Now when we run this code, we see here that the styling is implemented here but not in this content. Then comes the CSS class selector. The class selector selects the HTML element with a specific class attribute. In order to select elements, we write the period character followed by class name. For example, all the content carrying the class name capitals would be styled as per instructions. Now let us run the code. We see here the output. Now, if you want to style only a specific tag, then write the tag name along with the period character and the class name in the head section, like we have written in this code. Now when we run this code, we see that the styling has been implemented here but not on this content. CSS Universal Selector. The Universal Selector selects all the HTML elements on the page for styling. For example, in this code, to denote the Universal Selector, I have used the asterisk. Now, when we run this code, we see that the styling has been done on all the content. Last is the CSS Grouping Selector. The grouping selector selects all the HTML elements with the same style definitions. Now, when you look at this CSS code, we see that the H1, H2 and P elements have the same styling. It will be better to group selectors in order to minimize the code. To group the selectors, we will separate them using a comma. Now save it. And when we run this code, you will see that the styling has been implemented here. We will learn about the combinator selectors in the next video. Thank you.